out to North Dakota again, taking some pictures and hanging out with some guys out there. And that was a complete rat race. That was absolutely crazy. We went to a spot in North Dakota where we thought we wouldn't see anyone, and it was the only hotel within, I don't know, miles. And that whole thing was plump full of muddy trucks, and every person we saw in there had camouflage on, and there were people from Alabama and Georgia and Texas and Arkansas coming in there. And North Dakota, it's really hard to guide legally in North Dakota because your guides have to be licensed and pass a test, and you got to have an outfitter's license and all that stuff. So I don't know. I think there was some backwoods guiding going on in that area, because it's like, how the hell did all of you guys get here and fly in and have been hunting for 2 weeks, and you're flying home tomorrow and just taking a carry-on with you? It's like, I don't know. So that was interesting, to say the least. Having that border shut down, well, it rocked North Dakota.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you think that was all because of the Canadian border being shut down?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, these people would have normally been in Canada. I'll almost guarantee it, because like I said, this place that we went is freaking most random place. I had never even dreamt of going there, and we didn't think there was going to be anyone there. And that was wrong. We were wrong.
Could you get on the fields though?
Yeah, we had to scout, and we had to scout between 45 minutes and about an hour away from the hotel is like where you could start doing your scouting. There was like a black hole around where the hotel was, because it had just been beat to shit for so long that there was nothing there. And then once you got away from it, it's a pretty desolate area, so there wasn't a whole lot of fields posted. So that's North Dakota's laws. You can hunt a field if it's not posted. So we were able to get on some fields, and we shot a few geese, shot some specks, shot some honkers, and then just a handful of ducks the one day. And I had to get back to the shop, and then it was home for a couple of weeks, and then it was back to North Dakota and hunting snow geese down there, and shot a bunch of ducks doing that. And then that's when we were filming and photographing all the content and media for the Sitka Nodak whites. That was that trip. Then it was archery hunting whitetail in South Dakota for a while, and then it was back home, and I didn't leave the shop for 2 months. It was just nonstop work. I don't even think I picked up a shotgun in December.
Oof.
Oh, yeah, I did a little bit in Fergus Falls. I got away for like one day down to Fergus, but that was it. It was just shipping calls like mad. I can't believe. I think it was Corona related myself. Just the amount of influx of orders coming in was unreal. I couldn't keep up. So
I want to go back to the Canada deal for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of anybody selling hunts in Canada for this fall?
I mean, I got a pile of friends that are outfitters up there, but they're pretty much just trying to come up with a backup plan. And just a couple of my buddies moved down to North Dakota, started a lodge in North Dakota and doing that type of a deal. And that's what they did last year, instead of going to Canada. But no, I haven't heard of anyone pushing any hunts. Everyone's just kind of waiting on eggshells.
There's got to be a lot.
Not
a lot
sure.
of them old boys are going to be out of business after this. I don't know what's going to happen. I had a guy in here today, and we were talking about it, and we're talking about the deposits. And you would carry a deposit over the next year. That's what I'd have done if I was an outfitter up there. I'd say, listen, we're going to move your deposits to next season. Well,
Last year
to this year.
Right.
Well, if they don't have them this year, then you're going to move them to the next year. Well, you're going to start having guys saying, I want my money back. And a lot of them guys don't have the money to give back.
Right, no money to give.
And, I mean, they've tried to, I feel sorry for them guys. That's a horrible deal. There's going to be the guy out there that can just write them a check and send it back. But I'm going to say half the guys can't do that.
Yeah.
Time they pay their bills on their lodge and everything they had to pay for anyways. It's a screwed up deal. And I don't know that it will ever be the way it was. And I don't know, and there's a lot of politics being involved now where Canada's not real happy with us, and so I don't know what's going to happen, but I don't expect it'll be this year. But I was wondering if there's anybody openly trying to sell hunts right now up there.
I haven't heard of it. The guys that are doing the best would be the Americans that own outfitter services up there, and they're able to come back down to the States
Right.
and help out with their income down here and still continue on and sell their hunts down here and then pay for some of that stuff. But the Canadian citizens that have Canadian outfitting services, they're a dime a dozen right now. I mean, they're for sale. They're coming up for sale all over the place. So there's going to be, it'll once it does reopen, it'll be shaken up quite a bit, because I think there's going to be just a few really big ones and not a whole bunch of little ones anymore.
And I don't know how the guys get into North Dakota, because you have to have a guide license there and an outfitter license and stuff. And so I'm surprised so many of them have been able to get in there to hunt.
You got to plan way ahead for that one. That's for sure.
What do you do? Do you piggyback off of an existing outfitter that's already in North Dakota?
You would have to establish your outfitter license, and then you have to get all your guides to Bismarck, North Dakota in the summer sometime, like let's call it July 15th or whatever, and they've got to take a test there, a in-person written exam. So I knew guys that were guiding there this year. I mean, they were all headed to North Dakota last summer, flying or driving across country to go take that dumb test, and then able to get their guide license and legally guide out there. So that's what they had to do.
So the guys that made the switch from Canada to North Dakota were early enough to where they could get that ball rolling and get the tests and get all the licenses done. It wasn't a spur of the moment, oh shit, it's August and I need to figure out plan B.
No, it would have been like April, probably, figuring it out, and then making moves early, finding a lodge, finding property, ground.
And that was still early in all this shit. I mean, shit, you're talking last April.
Yeah, nobody knew for sure. We was all locked down still. You couldn't go nowhere.
I saw a funny meme on Facebook that said a year ago this week was our last normal week, and nobody fucking knew it.
Yep.
Happy 1 year anniversary.
Though,
just 2 weeks.
There's a lot. There's
2 weeks, flatten the curve.
There is a
flatten the curve.
There is a lot of people out there that have hunted in North Dakota for 20 or 30 years. Went to their same old little farmhouse they went to every year, and they went to go look around and they're like, "What the fuck happened here?" There's nobody ever here.
Surprise!
Who the fuck told these people about North Dakota?
We hunted in a little town, and we went 2 years in a row. And there was a group of guys from Virginia there and a group of guys from North Carolina there. And that was us. And we were the outsiders.
Right.
And they were very nice guys. They tell us about birds here and there.
Because they were leaving.
They were leaving. And they'd been there for a week or 10 days. And then the other group there. But I'll bet you last year there was a lot more than three of them.
There'd been some tight lips around there. Yeah. Nobody's saying shit.
Yep.
I ain't telling you where I see those fucking birds. You hit the road like I did. Shit. I wonder if North Dakota wishes that they could kind of do like South Dakota, where you got to get drawn. I wonder if that's coming. If Canada stays closed too many more years, I wonder if North Dakota does that.
I don't know.
Because that kept out a lot of riffraff in South Dakota, I would feel like.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, they had a kind of a buyback on their licenses. If you didn't want to go, they would have bought your license back and then reissued them for sale or whatever. But, that would have been the big difference between North Dakota and South Dakota last year, was just the lottery versus no lottery.